Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our professional awareness meeting. I'm Yao Qing, your chairperson today, joined by my friends, Yang Jie and Zac Tang. So we'll be representing Group 5 from Vax for All organization, and today's discussion will be centered around our proposed project, Immunize the Future, exploring whether Malaysia should make childhood vaccination mandatory. Let's dive in. Yang Jie, maybe you can kick us off. What is the main reason we believe this campaign is important?
Okay, definitely. Our primary goal to push the conversation forward about the benefits, challenges, and also practicalities of implementing mandatory of the vaccination of children. With childhood immunization rates currently fluctuating, we need to hit the 95% mark for herd immunity. This project raised the awareness, address misinformation, and also promotes dialogue among the public, professionals, and policy makers.
And to add to the point that it's not just about awareness. Through structured activities and expert engagement, we aim to collect communities' feedbacks and inform the future national policies regarding the vaccinations. So this campaign is both educational and strategic.
Great points. So, what about our target audience? Who exactly are we trying to reach?
And so, of course, our primary focus will be on parents around maybe 25 to 45. And because they are the decision makers for the vaccinations of their children. And when we can find that many are still unsure or influenced by online misinformations. So we want to reach to them earlier, especially if they are planning to have their children or already have their children, which is still like in a very young age.
Yes. So we also aim to engage healthcare professionals like doctors and nurses and also medical students. Their role is very crucial, not just in administrating vaccines, but also in building trust with hesitant families.
We should also not to forget about our educators, school administrators, policymakers, and even our NGOs. So everyone in this ecosystem plays a role in vaccine acceptance. Public opinion matters, and it starts with informed discussion. So how will we bring these audiences together? Can you talk about the event structure?
Okay, yes, of course. So we have designed a full agenda for our project. First, as guests arrive, we will serve light refreshments such as kueh mueh, curry puff, beverage while they are registering and mingle with each other. Then we will begin with a knowledge quiz to test their baseline awareness. Okay, we'll share our screen. Okay, so at first we will display this QR code for our participant, and then we will ask them to scan this QR code. After scanning this QR code, they will be linked to one Google form. These Google forms will be titled Childhood Vaccination Awareness, which is the Malaysia version. Then they will be asked to answer all these simple questions. So, for example, the first question, what is the purpose of childhood vaccination? Do you all know which is the right answer?
As you say, is the to cure diseases?
Actually, no, it's not directly curing diseases, but to prevent serious infection diseases. Yes. Okay, and then for the second question, which of the following vaccines is included in Malaysia's National Immunization Program, NIP for infants?
Is it BCG for tuberculosis?
I'm not sure about this answer, but we will check, and then we
I
will
have checked.
display the right answer at
I
the
checked through.
at
I
that
think
time.
BCG is the correct answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, other is
Okay.
not relevant.
Okay. And then besides that, we will also ask about at what age do Malaysian babies receive their first dose of hepatitis B vaccine? Do you all still remember this?
At birth.
Yeah, I think so. It is at birth. Yeah, because hepatitis B should be prevented as soon as possible. Okay, and then the next question, true or false question. Vaccines can weaken a child's immune system. Is it true?
It's definitely it should be the other way around.
Yeah, correct. So the answer is false. This question is aiming to test about the misinformation accepted by any parents or our participants. Okay, the last one. What may happen if children are not vaccinated? Will they sleep more or they become smarter if they not vaccinated?
I think they will get serious diseases and polio.
Yes, because vaccine like HPV and also MMR will prevent as yes, MMR will prevent them from like polio virus and also measles. Okay, I think that's all for the quiz session, and then they will be asked to submit the quiz answer, and then after that we will display the right answer for them. Yes, thank you.
So after the quiz prepared by Yang Jie, so we'll officially host the panel discussion where we present our data, so such as Malaysia's vaccinations coverage and comparisons with countries with mandatory policies and the social implications. And so for your informations, I have sent invitations to the prominent figures of Malaysia's healthcare system, Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, and he has accepted it. And so he will be the one of the guests and a special guest to that day, and will be sharing his professional thoughts towards the vaccinations and the futures of the vaccinations in Malaysia. So we will follow this with an interactive question and answer, so the audience can voice concerns, share their views, and ask us the expert and the other experts about what they want to know and what are they worried and concerned of.
Great. It will be our pleasure to have Dr. Noor Hisham as our special guest. So before closing, we will distribute a quick survey to gather opinions of the guests on making vaccines mandatory, and maybe even get some live responses sharing during the wrap-up.
Wow, that's very nice, Yao Qing. The structure is intentionally interactive, from quiz to Q&A and also surveys, and then some live responses to keep the session engaging, informative, and respectful from all viewpoints.
So now let's be realistic. So is all this feasible with the time and budget we have?
So after clear calculations and the other possible changes, and I should say yes, we are working with a very minimal budgets by using the university spaces, which will be provided free for us to use. and we will promote our activities via the social media like Instagram or Facebook, and even reaching out to sponsors who can provide us maybe some food, beverages, or other, how to say, like the ICT support, or even fun for to us to have our activities smoothly. So how about in terms of manpower? And so it is not worried. Three of us are working very well, and everyone has a clear role, and we have built in enough preparation time to run the rehearsals before the day of event.
Yes, I think the main challenge will be the audience turnout and also their engagement. Parents and also young adults are hard to pin down. So we will use interactive methods and eye-catching promotions to make this event worth their time.
Okay, good. So let's give our audience a quick timeline so they know what to expect in the talk later.
So let's look into the timetable. So this will be a timetable. So as you can see from the timetable, so our event will start at 9 a.m. with the arrival and registrations from the guests, and we will of course prepare some light refreshment like creamer and curry puff beverages for them. And followed by that, 9:30 we'll have the quick knowledge quiz sections, and the quiz prepared by Yang Jie just now, as we have discussed the answer and the questions. And also after 20 minutes at 9:50, we'll have opening remarks by our chairperson, Mr. Lau Yao Qing, until 10 a.m. So at 10 a.m., we'll have officially started our panel discussions with Dr. Nur Hisham Abdullah, and also the data presentations about our current Malaysia's vaccinations rate and other relevant studies. So followed by that, we'll have an interactive Q&A sections, which we will open the floor for the audience questions, and we will try our best to answer all their concerns. And the panelists will give the response and clarifications to any doubts and misinformation that the guests and the audience got from the other unreliable sources. So afterwards, we will at 11:45 to 12 p.m. we will have the knowledge quiz discussion. So we will discuss the 5 questions and maybe add in more questions that is worth for discussion for during that time. So afterwards, 12 p.m. to 12:10, we will have the survey distributions and collections. So the survey, as mentioned by by our chairperson Lau, yeah, the survey will be about the willingness of the guests to accept mandatory vaccination to imply in Malaysia. And from 12:10 to 12:30, we'll have a closing remarks, and after that, we will dismiss. So these all the time may not be fixed and will be subjected to changes as we see the development during the day of the event.
Wow, yes, I think the flow allows just enough time for each part without dragging. From my opinion, should add on a session that our chairperson Yao Qing can present the token of appreciation to our panelists, which is Dr. Nur Hisham. Yes, I think that would be a nice ending for our talk and project that day. And then we are also building in buffer time in case something runs longer than expected. So we have extra time to act as a buffer. Okay.
So behind the scenes, we've assigned roles to ensure smooth coordination. So me as the chairperson and event lead, Zac will be handling logistics, budgeting, and public relations, while Yang Jie manages secretarial duties and social media.
Yes, we hold regular meetings weekly or bi-weekly and use platforms like WhatsApp and also Google Docs to keep everyone synced. And as a social media part, we will share the poster and some informations in the students' WhatsApp group, in the social communities WhatsApp groups, and also our official Instagrams and website.
Okay, so as a wrap up, let me summarize our key action items today. So we have finalized our forum title and content, which is immunize for the future, and confirm our panelists, which is the three of us, and invitees, which is Dr. Nohisham. And we have completed all material preparation, which is quizzes prepared by Yang Jie, surveys for willingness to accept vaccines, promotional visuals on social media like posters, and we have also set rehearsal dates and promotional deadlines. And we also maintain consistent group communication so that the project is kept in track.
And to add on that, our event is planned to be on coming October this year. So if there is not any other changes, it will be fixed on this day, and we will have an official rehearsal 1 week before that. So, and the venue, all those, I will go into it later on. So, and to wrap up, this project is more than just an event. It's a step forward, healthier policies and a healthier community in the future in Malaysia.
Yes, correct. We all hope that by the end, all the participants will live more informed, more confident, and more willing to support a policy that protects our children and our nation, which is the NIP.
Okay, good. So I think it's very clear now. So do you guys have any more questions? And if no, I think that's all for today lah. So thank you for your time and see you all in the next meeting. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Chairperson, and also Zac.
Thank you too.